Hello, in this oncology video, we will discuss about the angiogenesis switch of cancer cell. So how it is requirement for the cancer cell, the angiogenesis. In this video, we will discuss the whole mechanism. So let's begin to understand the cancer introduction. So this is the person content tissue which that is ready to progress the gene activation of the oncogene activation to lead to cancer cell. So in this way, the growth factor overproduction due to the oncogene inactive uncontrollability due to the epigenetics or genetics or mutation. So this is the DNA will lead to stage 1, the tissue initiation and selection of the cell lead to progress, and the step 2 is the differentiation, the phase 2. Differentiation will lead to progress and cell divide further. After the division of further, the cell will be more damaged and lead to more uncontrolled cell division and uncontrolled the shape homeostasis. In this way, the tumor formation will occur. This tumor formation is the the differentiated as compared to the our tissue. So the whole clotting like structure will form is known as the tumor cells. And in this way, the capillary will not provide too much oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange. This is the extracellular matrix and intracellular matrix. So the extracellular matrix development and collapse this malignant tumor, remember. So the step 1 is the oxygen cannot diffuse, lead to hypoxia, and hypoxic cancer cell stability, HIF proteins, and HIF protein trigger of pro-angiogenic factor like VEGF, the vascular endothelial growth factor. This is the example, a lot of growth factor, but in this video we are going to understand with exemplify the VEGF. So remember, the oxygen deficiency of the cell require more oxygen for more growth and proliferation. So that is why this is again I am drawing the bigger picture of the blood vessel and the tumor. So this is the basically is the extracellular matrix and intracellular matrix. Involving the extracellular matrix due to the tumor will deficiency of oxygen lead to hypoxia will produce the VEGF. This VEGF will be bound with the extracellular matrix because extracellular matrix contain many different type of proteins, threads, remember. And in this way, the sequestered by extracellular matrix, this VEGF will not access and meaning cannot reach to the endothelial cell of capillary for further angiogenic process. That is why the VEGF releasing should be important. So the cancer cell recruit mast cell and macrophage also due to the inflammation because inflammation will occur due to the tumor cell. So nearby stroma, the recruitment of the cancer cell the recruitment of mast cell and macrophage, toward the VEGF collapsing with the extracellular matrix, and in this way the mast cell and macrophage will inflammatory response to produce due to the more inflammation to produce matrix metalloproteins MMP. Proteases break down extracellular matrix. This proteases enzyme produced. This will lead to extracellular matrix breakdown. And in this way, the matrix metalloprotein, the MMP, which that will be bound will breakdown of the extracellular matrix will release the VEGF. So number one important thing you should need to understand, the VEGF will be released, and in this way the escape the VEGF will target to the endothelial cell right now because it will be easy to access the receptor. VEGF receptor will bind with the VEGF, and after this binding will lead to cause the growth of the endothelial cell and increase the permeability of cell. Number two thing is that this cause the endothelium to release more MMPs and UPS to further degrade the extracellular matrix. So extracellular matrix will degrade to allow the space for the blood vessel insertion and growth of the blood vessel. And remember that things, and increase the permeability of cell in the step 3. The step 3 is the increase the permeability of the cell. After this increase the permeability, and VEGF will be bind when will lead to produce the breakdown factors will release more VEGF from the extracellular matrix will lead to bind with the endothelial cell more. We lead to more the break extracellular matrix produce pro-angiogenesis factor further. So for further permeability as well as breakdown of extracellular matrix and increase the permeability of cell, and that is why. So the VEGF is here, and this causes the endothelium to release more MMPs and UPS to further degrade the extracellular matrix. So in this way, basically the endothelial cell will produce the MMPs and UPS, remember, for further breakdown of extracellular matrix. So after step 4, the break extracellular matrix produces pro-angiogenesis factors. Pro-angiogenesis factor is several. In this video, we will just understand about the 4. So the number 1 is the basically is the breakdown of extracellular matrix produce pro-angiogenesis factor further for angiogenesis process like BFGF, basic fibroblast GF growth factor, transforming growth factor beta 1, platelets derived growth factor. And on the other hand, the angiogenin and angioproteins will produce also, will target to the endothelial cell. It is released from the extracellular matrix, remember that thing. After this, basically the step 5 will be occur. Let's begin to understand the step 5. So in this way, is the angiogenin and angioprotein and other factors which that involve lead to angiogenesis. In this way, the increasing of the endothelial cell from the bone marrow will produce the through a stem cell to produce fibroblast. This fibroblast will convert. So the VEGF acts via the MAP kinase signal transduction pathway after binding with the receptor to cause endothelial cell to proliferate. MMP induced extracellular matrix breakdown activate integrin on endothelial cell to allow movement. So in this way, the endothelial cell will be moved and move to open, and after opening will lead to increase the endothelial cell by the providing from the bone marrow from the stem cell to the fibroblast, and another things will be bind, and it will lead to increase the endothelial cell. Anyhow, this is a bone and it is contain a bone marrow. Bone marrow will provide the facility to fibroblast will convert into the endothelial cell. Anyhow, it will be increased here. After the increasing, due to the step 6 we will discuss, will lead to provide more oxygen and will more grow these cancer or tumor cells, and in this way this will lead to produce more VEGF, that is the positive feedback. So the pro-angiogenic signals recruit the endothelial progenitor cells, endothelial progenitor cell from the bone marrow, not fibroblast, but progenitor cell. This accelerate vascularization. And this accelerate vascularization will lead to positive feedback, will lead to increase the permeability. And in this way, the smaller and more smaller cell will invade into the blood circulatory system, will progress, and they will reside in the several type of tissue will progress the stage 4, the metastasis. We will discuss in the next video. But I hope you make sense about this is the angiogenesis switch of cancer cell.